10 countries that are impossible to invade. Hello lovely YouTube family, welcome back to Weekly 10s. In today's video we're going to talk about the 10 countries that are impossible to invade. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Ever since ancient times, man has fought ardently to establish his supremacy. Man is highly competitive, extremely narcissistic, and dangerously territorial creature. The history of mankind is replete with wars declared over the expansion of kingdoms and territories. Many rulers and leaders came and went, plundering and invading other territories and making it their own. Alexander the Great, Napoleon, Hitler, Genghis Khan, the Mughals, these are the only few of hundreds of thousands of invaders in world history. However, in all of this time, there have been some countries which have almost ever been invaded or by invasion in their neighborhood. These countries have some uncanny immunity that keep invaders at bay in the past and keep them away even now. So here are the top 10 countries that are almost impossible to invade, in ascending order to their power and immunity to invasions. Number 10, Bhutan. This tiny country in Southeast Asia has next to nothing when it comes to self-defense. Bhutan neither has a huge army, only 7,000 personnel, nor a well-equipped air force, just 2 aircrafts. In fact, Bhutan doesn't even have tanks in the military. Yet, Bhutan is one of those countries that almost has never seen an invasion in its homeland. Number 9, Iran. Iran is one of the most powerful countries in the Middle East. It also has the largest number of enemies a country can have, with the exception of North Korea. Since time immemorial in the Middle East has been the hotspot to numerous wars between countries within and with countries far away, and although Iran has been significantly involved in all of these, it has somehow managed to keep invaders at bay. The biggest reason behind this immunity is Iran's geographic location, which is so intimidating that Iran doesn't even need an army to keep notorious parties away. Iran is surrounded by a lofty mountain peak on all sides. In these mountain peaks, numerous hidden bunkers have been constructed, in which reside Iranian spy soldiers who monitor the terrain 24/7 for invaders. Number 8, Australia. Again, Australia's geography is the biggest immunity against invaders. The very fact that Australia is an island country deters any potential invaders and scares them away. 70% of the area is covered by the outback, an endless stretch of desert with no flora or fauna to be seen for thousands of kilometers. Australia's nearest potential enemy is Japan, which itself is 11,000 kilometers away, separated by the Pacific Ocean. Number 7, Switzerland. Switzerland is famous all across the world for 3 things: Swiss chocolates, Swiss watches, and fierce neutrality in world politics. Switzerland doesn't have any enemies and is one of the country's ever powerful countries on good terms with. This is probably why every department of the UNO has its headquarters in Switzerland. But even though this country has never been involved in any sort of violence, it is one of the most powerful countries on the planet. Number 6, North Korea. It's not just Kim Jong-un who's ruthless, but also the North Korean military. The North Korean army is the second largest in the world, only behind the USA. North Korea has 700,000 active and 4.5 million reserve military personnel, 4,200 tanks, 458 fighter planes, 967 battleships, and 8 nuclear warheads. Its nuclear prowess alone is enough to daunt the biggest and most powerful countries in the world. In the 1950s, during Korean War, even South Korea and USA together couldn't subdue North Korea. That should give you an idea of how difficult it is to invade this tiny country. Number 5, United Kingdom. As a general rule, island nations are difficult to invade. The United Kingdom, or Britain, is not just an island nation, it is also one of the most powerful countries in the world, alongside the USA, Russia, Germany, and its like. The only way an army can invade Britain is by crossing the English Channel towards the south, and it in itself is a daunting task thanks to the treacherous waters and steep white cliffs of Dover. This was proved during World War II when none of the Nazis could subdue the British Isle. Number 4, Canada. Canadians are a peaceful lot, and they prefer their snowy Christmases over bloodshed any day, but that doesn't mean the Canadians are weak or defenseless in any way. In fact, it is so difficult to invade Canada that it even had enemies. No one would dare to take their chances. The biggest and strongest armor Canada has of its geographic location and its size, second largest country in the world by surface area. Number 3, Japan. Yet another island country on the list. Japan is as powerful as it is tiny. Japan is one of the most advanced and most developed and most powerful countries. History has evidenced its military and technological prowess. The Japanese economy is the 4th largest in the world, and its annual military budget is over 50 billion US dollars. They have one of the world's most advanced military ammunition, with unmatchable technology and supremacy. 70 years ago during World War II, the USA had to drop 2 atom bombs in Japan to stop them from prolonging the war. This is how dangerous and how powerful the Japanese are. Number 2, Russia. Russia is the largest country in the world. This alone is one of the biggest defenses of this country. Think, invaders like Napoleon and Hitler couldn't conquer Russia, and any present-day invader definitely cannot match up to their level or invade Russia, let alone subdue it. The Russian geography is itself in ruggedest biggest armor against any potential invaders. In fact, the Russian generals joke that they all have to do is step back and watch the climate do its job. Number 1. United States of America. Endless wars have taken place on the surface of the Earth, some tiny, some lethal like World War I and World War II. These wars were affected almost every country in terms of economy, death toll, and resource depletion, not the USA. If Donald Trump wishes to, he can order the US military to destroy every country on the planet not once, but more than 7 times in succession. The annual military budget of this world superpower is an astounding $600 billion. They're also allowed to possess a weapon of their own. There are 112 guns in the USA per 100 persons. That's more guns than people. And American patriotism is so strong that they will shoot anyone for daring to look at the USA with malicious intentions. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, so you never miss any amazing video from us.